Do you ever feel like your brain never fully switches off anymore? Like even when you stop working, you're still mentally somewhere else, still thinking about an email you haven't answered, or something you were supposed to do, or a message sitting in your phone waiting for you. Your body might be on the couch, technically, resting, but your mind is still running, still processing, still connected to something. And after a while, this becomes so normal that you stop even noticing how exhausted you actually are. Because modern online work does something very specific to the mind. It keeps it permanently switched on. Not sometimes, all the time. And here is why online work hits differently from other kinds of work. There is no real off switch. Your work is in your phone, which is in your pocket, which is next to your bed at night. It lives inside your notifications, and eventually it starts living inside your thoughts too. Even when you are not working. And because so much of what you do online requires you to be constantly visible, constantly responsive, constantly learning something new and adapting and keeping up, your attention is being pulled in every direction all day long. You have tabs open, messages coming in, thoughts half finished, tasks you started and never closed. And your nervous system is tracking all of it, all the time, without ever really getting a break. And slowly, without you fully realizing it, you stop being able to settle. And this is the part that is so confusing. Because you are stopping. You are technically resting. But you lie down and your brain keeps scanning. You try to relax and some part of you still feels switched on. You scroll because you are exhausted. But the scrolling just adds more stimulation on top of a system that is already completely saturated. And so you end up stuck in this very uncomfortable place where you are too tired to focus, but too wired to actually rest, too depleted to do things properly, but too activated to recover. And after a while, your mind starts feeling full, constantly full, like there is just no more room inside for anything else. And I think this specific kind of exhaustion, the one where you are still functioning on the outside, but completely saturated on the inside, is one of the most invisible and underestimated ones there is. Because from the outside, you still look fine. You're still showing up, still answering messages, still producing things, still getting stuff done. But inside, your system is already past its limit. You are running on empty and doing a pretty good job of hiding it, even from yourself. And what makes it even harder is that you probably start turning on yourself. You think you need more discipline, more focus, more willpower, that you just need to stop procrastinating and get it together. But what if the problem is not motivation at all? What if the problem is simply that your brain has been absorbing too much, far too long, without enough real recovery? Because at some point, your system just stops being able to take in one more thing. Now, I am not saying you need to quit working online. This is not where I am going with this. Online work gives you real freedom and creativity and flexibility, and that matters. But there is a difference between online work and a nervous system that never gets to come down from high alert. And once you understand what it is, what is actually draining you, and what real recovery even looks like for you, you can start building a way of working that your body and your mind can actually sustain over time. Not pushing through, actually sustaining. So if your mind feels noisy all the time, even when things are calm, if your brain feels busy even when nothing urgent is happening, if you sleep and still wake up tired, if rest does not feel like it restores you anymore, if you feel permanently plugged in even when you are supposed to be off, then what you're dealing with is probably a lot deeper than just stress or a busy week. This might be chronic exhaustion. This might be your nervous system running in a state of overload for so long that it has forgotten what it feels like to calm down from it. And if nothing changes in how you work and how you recover, this is exactly the kind of cycle that leads to burnout. And when you finally see that, when you really understand it, so much starts making sense. The fog, the exhaustion, the inability to switch off, the feeling that no amount of rest is ever quite enough. It was never about being weak. It was about your system carrying too much for too long without enough support underneath it. If what I just described feels familiar to you, I put together a burnout and exhaustion assessment that can help you start understanding the specific patterns you are going through. The link is in the description below. Go check it out. And if you want to go deeper, I am hosting a free live masterclass. It's called Breaking the Creator Burnout Cycle. So we will map out your energy rhythm together, look at where your biggest drains are actually happening in your work days, and explore the recovery mismatches that keep you going around in the same exhaustion cycle without ever quite understanding why. The goal is for you to walk away seeing your own patterns clearly so you can start building something more sustainable. And if this video landed for you today, subscribe, because this channel is for everything that usually gets missed when we talk about exhaustion. That is what we do here. So see you later. Take care.